Hey everyone, I'm David Goldberg with Sarah McGoldrick, and welcome to another episode of Media Gold, a podcast by the Gold Clover Group. Today we have some tips for the best online resources to help you upgrade your skills and education during the pandemic when people have had a lot of downtime, extra time at home, or this whole turning the world upside down has given some people some new perspective on the important things in their life, and maybe they're trying to change their career or they've unfortunately lost their job and they're forced to find a new direction. So there's a lot of this soul searching going on right now. I know my one friend, he's been trying to search for a job for a little bit now, and he's decided to go to teachers college. He's in Ontario, but he's decided to go to teachers college in Buffalo because it's all online. During normal times, it would have been that you'd have to go on weekends to do in-person class. But now that you can't cross the border, they're just saying, "Oh, it's totally virtual, all online, 1 year, get a teacher's degree." So that sounds like a great opportunity.
Yeah, no, people have definitely learned to adapt, and but I think in the same breath, people have to be very leery of what people are selling. Sort of that whole idea of the snake oil salesman. Anybody these days can create an online
Uh
course
huh.
or an online program of some kind and market it and sell it, and people have to be very, very careful before they choose a program to make sure that they review the background of it, see what other people have had to say about it.
Hmm.
Is it really worth the value? I've seen a couple of Facebook ads by different, companies claiming to offer certificates and this or that.
Yeah.
And they're like, regular $1,200, now $49. And you're looking at that like going, okay, was it ever really worth $1,000? Or are you guys, like, what are you selling here? So
Yeah, you should
people
never
need
buy
to keep,
education on sale. It's
no,
probably a
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Education is too valuable. So people should keep in mind before they choose a course that it should be recognized by a legitimate school or industry association, so that you know that the education you're receiving is coming from someone who knows what they're talking about. And another great way to check if a course is valid is many will offer like a numbered recognized certificate,
hmm
um, that indicates the accreditation, as well as like a number that goes with it, so that if it was ever checked by an employer or whatever, they'd be able to look it up and see that yes, this person completed this course.
hmm
It's by a school that's reputable, and I can trust this program.
Yeah, and even try and search out people, use LinkedIn and stuff in the industry, and maybe even try contacting some hiring managers and just get their honest opinion. Just ask, hey, if a candidate comes to you with this kind of credentials, is something you take seriously or a farce? And just see what they say. It can't really hurt.
Exactly. And a lot of employers, if people are looking just to upgrade their skills at the company they're already working for,
Hmm.
a lot of employers will cover the cost if it means that it's going to benefit them in the long run. So it's definitely worth investigating.
Absolutely. So let's get started here. And first, Sarah, we're going to talk about Google Digital Garage.
Yes, no, I've tried these courses, and they're really cool. Google offers a wide selection of courses in things like marketing and business and coding and social media and so much more. Um, they're quick. You can get a certificate at the end for some of them. It really depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for something that's, I just need to brush up on this skill or that skill, they have courses that you can do in an hour or two. And then each one, at the end, you get a test. So you have to prove that you've actually learned what you've been taught.
Hmm.
And then you'll get either just something that says, yes, you've completed this, or you get a certificate at the end. The only drawback I found is they're very Google centric. So
Right.
if you're looking for information on how to improve your marketing skills with other social medias,
Hmm.
or just programs separate from Google, they're not there to necessarily help you with that.
Fair
So
enough.
like Digital Garage is great, but just know that there are some limitations there.
Okay. Yeah. Next, we're talking about LinkedIn. So you can take courses related to your interests and your background. It's called LinkedIn Learning. So there's a large selection of practical courses and skill sharpening mini quizzes. It's a fun and quick way to improve your online portfolio, and you get like little digital badges or certificates that post on your profile, and the hopes that recruiting and hiring managers will see this and think, oh, they've been putting in some effort to try and better themselves. And best of all, they're free. If you pay for a membership to LinkedIn, they're free. I've tried a couple of these, and what was the one? It was in Excel, and it's like, oh, would you like to take like the Excel quiz to see how good you are, and you can like add the badge to your profile. And I was like, yeah, sure. Like I know Excel, sure, I'll take it. And I fail miserably. I don't know Excel. It's really complicated.
That is one thing. I've never been great at Excel either. I can do anything else with a computer, but stick a spreadsheet in front of me and it's just like, nope.
And then when you like if you ever like apply to a job on LinkedIn, sometimes through like the easy apply, and then it comes up and it's like, how many years experience do you have in the following, and you type in a number, and some of it's like, how many years experience do you have with Microsoft Word? And I'm like, I don't know, like 26. Like it's the only
I
like
know, I,
word
I remember
processing
when it was
program.
like WordPad,
Yeah.
like all the way back to like DOS type stuff.
Yeah. So I'm always wondering like how recruiters are like, man, this guy's got like 20 years of PowerPoint experience. Let's bring him in.
I
So
just be sitting there going, he's old.
yeah, then they're like, yeah, this guy's too old. He can't learn anything. So next, Coursera and edX.
Yes, so this is this started off somewhat controversially.
Hmm,
People didn't, it was sort of like the first real online virtual learning platform, and people were like, "You can't get a real education learning online.
right.
You're going to miss out on so much." But they've perfected it, and they've partnered with schools like MIT and Harvard and offer programs like a micromasters where you take say 4 or 5 courses, and unlike the traditional university experience where you're expected to take a whole lot of like electives and like movie appreciation or like
Hmm.
the Simpsons appreciation sort of thing, this is strictly related to what you're taking. And then the courses are cumulative, so after you take all 4 or 5 or whatever, you would get a micromasters at the end, which is, I mean, great. You couldn't get something like that in a traditional academic setting.
Yeah,
Um,
the prices seem pretty reasonable too.
they are for less than $1,000 Canadian. In most cases, you can get one of their MicroMasters. But if you just need like a certificate, if you just want to brush up on a particular subject
Hmm.
or a particular program like Excel, whatever, they also offer certificates for as little as $100. So it's definitely worth looking into. And the industry, for the most part,
Hmm.
recognizes these the way they would any other certificate or diploma or degree coming from a traditional learning facility. So, especially now when people are stuck at home, here's
Yeah.
a great, affordable, remote way to improve your skills.
Yeah, this is just the pandemic giving legitimacy to these
Hmm.
things, because that's like really the future of education. It's going to save people so much money. Maybe universities don't like that because they like the prestige of getting their alumni to donate all these dollars to build sports stadiums and stuff. But yeah, it's the future of education for sure.
Well, it also lets you take courses that, maybe due to location, like,
Hmm.
some of these schools are located in a different country or the other side of the world
Yeah,
and only offer something there that you couldn't get locally. So here's your chance just to do it online.
awesome. Next up, we got Skillshare. So $19 a month. $99 if you go for the annual subscription. You get quick hits of creativity from experts on a mobile friendly platform. So you can tap into the experts in the specific fields you're going to, whether it's digital marketing or graphic design, illustration, lifestyle, photography, film, business, writing. It's all video based courses, so picking something and watching these tutorials and pre recorded sessions. They're designed and taught by these prominent people in their fields, highly respected, highly recognized. So you have a short video lesson. Many of the courses themselves take about an hour or less to complete, so they're really quick. There's also assigned exercises and prompts that you can do to enhance the experience and practice what you've learned after. You can even share projects based on lessons with others who've taken the course. So it's you can connect with other people in the community, bounce ideas off each other, show what you've created, do some networking, just like you would be able to do, in an in-person traditional education setting like university or college. And since it's a membership-based platform, you'll be able to access, once you pay, you'll be able to access all the courses on the site.
That's one thing I've heard about schools like Harvard in particular, that,
Mm-hmm.
lots of people go there, they have the money so they can afford to go there. But the biggest thing they gain from it is the networking opportunities. These are the people, you're going to school with, either them or their families or whatever, are going to be who hires you. So any chance you have to broaden your network or your mentorship, take it because it can mean so much. It's the old adage that it's not what you know, it's who you know in many cases that gets you a job.
Oh yeah, it's so true. Every job I've had, I've had like 3 or 4 jobs in my adult life, and it's all been, obviously I'm good at what I do, but it's because I knew somebody, whether it was like a mentor from an internship program,
Mhm.
or a good friend or colleague from school. And that's the only reason like I got that my foot in the door, anyways, just to like have that conversation, the face to face time. So the networking is
Exactly.
key. And then this is like we're talking about like watching videos and tutorials from people who are like prominent in industries, but then this last one I think is really cool. It's like the A list of this masterclass.
Yeah, definitely. So we've all seen those ads on our Facebook or Instagram offering, learning from someone like Aaron Sorkin, who's going to, teach you about writing or photography, uh, that comes from, some world famous photographer. Malcolm Gladwell is doing the nonfiction. Jodie Foster is teaching filmmaking. Christina Aguilera will teach you how to sing. So
She'll try.
it's exact. She'll try. So here you've got, the leaders of their fields. So beyond just the person you share a cubicle with, but these are the people who define what a particular industry is. And here they are offering you the tips and tricks that you need to break into those industries as well. You're not necessarily going to improve your job skills, I think, so much
Hmm.
as you're going to just learn more about the industries themselves and the nuances that you may not know, uh, as someone who's maybe just entering into a particular field,
Yeah.
or someone who's maybe still deciding if it's something they want to get into. So to hear it from the people who've actually lived it and experienced it, oftentimes for 20, 30 years, it's really an opportunity that you wouldn't get any other way. So you've got the opportunity to learn from the people who've turned their passions into a career.
Yeah, I think the whole true basis foundation of it is to inspire. Because yeah, like as you said, it's people who've like truly mastered their craft. And he's talked about Malcolm Gladwell in his one book, his famous book. He says you got to do something like for 10,000 hours before you're perfect at it, and
Mhm.
everybody on here has been doing what they've been doing for 10,000 hours times 10. So these people are here to
Exactly.
inspire you to excel and be the best you can be. It's
Yeah,
really
like
cool.
no one's going to be able to teach you more about something like filmmaking than a Jodie Foster or Steven Spielberg, or
Yeah,
because they've lived every possible scenario that filmmaking could throw at you. So
I don't think you get like credentials or anything. Sorry, guys. Like Aaron Sorkin doesn't give you a screenwriting certificate that you can put on your wall or anything. But just something fun to consider.
just the insider knowledge.
And I think it's like $20 a month or something for a subscription, but they make you sign up for a whole year. But it was,
Mhm,
it's
mhm.
kind of like if you're just thinking of stuff that if you're like subscribing to things online, for like, Amazon Prime is like $120 a year. Well, why not just spend like $120 to get access to these encyclopedia of famous people's knowledge, right? It seems like a pretty good investment to me.
Yeah, invest in yourself.
Wow, that's nice.
That was profound.
Well, we hope you found these tips helpful. Send us your digital marketing questions, as always, to www.goldclovergroup.com or find us on social media at Gold Clover Group.
And don't forget to catch us every Wednesday wherever you listen to your podcasts.